Although I am kind of tired to make like an official video, but I did want to get in here and kind of go over again what we were talking about with raids and where our team has progressed since yesterday. I believe yesterday we were doing like right around 170k to tier 6 raids, and we have since moved on. What is this? 118. Oh, whoa! That dude did 245,000 to a level 7. Nice. I could get second place here, but it'd be risky. There's Stu's. I don't want to go in and snipe his for 155. That would kind of suck. Alright, let's start one up. So I do want to say, yesterday we had a little bit of confusion as to what the boss would be immune to. He does say that he's immune to status effects. Now, I don't know per se if you can poison the boss or not, but I do know that attack down and damage down are A, 2 different buffs or 2 different debuffs, and B, they're not considered status effects that the boss is immune to. So whatever is a status effect, those two things don't count as a status effect. I assume that status effects are more like CC and dots, so that it makes attack down and defense down. And I personally don't know which one is better, if attack down is better than defense down, but I do know that they work similarly, and priority should definitely be on having one of those guys in your raid, because he makes it so that your rotations can go something like heal, DPS, DPS, heal, DPS, DPS, heal, as opposed to without the damage down or attack down. You're basically doing heal, DPS, heal, DPS, heal, DPS, heal, DPS, and over time you just get a lot more damage done with that attack down, because it lets you do damage without having to heal in between each hit. So let's start up a raid, and we'll take a look at my comp, and I'll kind of explain what I did. So the goal here for level 6 is obviously 225. Not the comp. So here, as you can see, we pulled out Teze and replaced her with Glek. Since Glek actually, young Glek, I can level him up higher because I only have one Teze dupe. But having more light characters in your team gives passive like defense down to the boss. So just having more light characters, you'll end up doing more damage. That being said, Cicero's still having a dark tank in the front is still really, really good, because he just tanks it so much better. So we replaced Teze with Glek, and because of that, we swapped over Dominique to the leader. So she gives a little bit less attack than we had before, but she also gives 20% defense, which makes us a little bit more livable, and with the attack down or damage down that we're getting from Alcon's second skill, we're able to actually do the 2 DPSs and 1 heal rotation somewhat. We're not quite there yet, but obviously there's a lot of improvement that can be had on this team. Helena needs to go to A like as soon as possible, and then all these little A's, especially the DPSers, need to go to S. But let's go ahead and queue this one up, and let's see how we do. So we're going to try to do Gleck's full combo right after the heal and attack up. So this is the debuff on the boss, the damage down, right there. And then we'll use Cicero's heal for a little bit of the time that the debuff falls off. We want the defense up. Alright, we're back to our original rotation. Damage down, and then heal and attack up. So we took 2 minutes, and we've done almost 200k. And now I think somebody else fighting this? Seems like a lot more damage. So that's 250. Alright, we'll do one more attack down. And then we'll start going just pure DPS. I think we want to go Gleck 1 and then Halcon 1. Halcon. That'll be our last little heal. And Gleck 2. Dominic 2. I really feel like somebody else is doing damage. Let's just hit him. We don't care if he dies. Oh yeah, somebody's definitely hitting him. Oh, it's Peachy. I was wondering why it was going so fast. That's pretty quick. So yeah, 293 is a new personal best. That works really, really well. As you can see. pretty sweet to be spanking rank 6s like that. We're not quite there yet for rank 7s. I mean, yeah, we could go. We're definitely not going to be doing as much damage, but if we can see that the potential for that comp is really there. And I want to talk about some guys that I found that would actually work really well in that comp as well. So I discounted a guy yesterday in my video that I have had some rethoughts about. Let me see. Heroes. No, index guide, yeah, because I don't have him. I think he's from the Abbey. No, he's not. He is from the... Nope. He's a merc. Nope, he's not a merc. Oh, he's the Asian dude. All right, yeah. Jinkai, an SSR tank. So we have crit damage, attack, increases attack allies by 35% if you're using light guys, and crit damage by 10. So like this is the equivalent of Teze's leadership skill. This leadership skill is awesome for Fafnir. Obviously, you're going to be using Gleck, you're going to be using Helena, and you're going to be using Dominique, right? So you have, and you're going to be using him. So you would definitely have the 3 allies. Having him as an extra person would be sweet. Get a little bit extra defense down. What's he do as his little passive? So he gets physical damage resist. I don't know how much that's going to be, how good that's going to be. And let's see. He's got a pretty shitty multiplier because it's all AoE. Wait, he casts silence. Does that do anything? Have this guy's skills been changed? I think this dude's skills have been changed. Let me see. I saw a post. Yeah, so he doesn't give decreased damage anymore. He does have barriers, which can synergize really well with Jack, who apparently does super high damage to Fafnir. However, I don't really see Jack being so much better because it would mean you have to run Helena's barrier as a setup to Jack in order to get the barrier, in order to get the extra damage on his 2 ability. So I'm not 100% sold on Jack. Jinkai is sweet, but he would have to take the place of Cicero. He would just have to, right? And so if you could replace Cicero with Jinkai, he would need to be super geared in order, because he's going to take a shitload of damage from the boss. But if you could, and you could utilize his barrier skill to give Jack more setup, and you can get his leader buff, because his leader buff is obviously is kind of ultimately what's going to make Jinkai such a good addition to your Fafnir team. But that being said, I think it might just be too small of an increase in damage. I don't really know how hard Fafnir gets at like level 8 and level 9 or whatever, if it even goes up higher. Another person that might be worth looking at, as opposed to Alcon, And that is, where are you? Alcon. Heroes. Is Yuri. Oh, I have 2 Dominiques that I need to get rid of. What's Reyna do? I think I've looked at her. Crit rate, crit damage. Silence. Oh, I think we did look at her. She's got a decreased attack and a good 1 target. It's not bad. It's not bad, but definitely couldn't take the place of Alcon. And then what's Mina do? Whoa, again, a huge multiplier on poisoned. And 5.9. Jeez. The problem is I don't think we can poison the boss. That'd be something to really look at. And, I wonder if she'll sequentially attack the same one if there's only one enemy. That would also be something to look at. This could be an interesting character. Block healing, that she just does that passively. That's a shitty leader skill. But no, this girl right here, Yuri. It's a bad leader skill, but she does cast barriers, which synergizes again with Jack. And she gives attack speed and attack bonus. The only problem you run into with this setup is that you don't have decreased damage or attack down. And even if you were to run Jinkai, you would still not have attack down. You would need to like put the Reyna in. So you're talking about like a completely different comp, which is why I really don't see myself replacing Alcon for a while in this comp. I think he fits the bill just right. The only thing I could see maybe changing up is if I did get a Jinkai, maybe I would try to run him as my lead in the front spot and replace Cicero to get that extra light character, get the better leader skill, and that's pretty much all you would get from him. And we would just have to rely on Helena's healing a little bit more. Now, Peachy not even going to acknowledge that. Peachy! Ooh, the vestment of the High Priest. You're telling me that's not a light piece of armor that goes on Jinkai? Like, it would look so sweet on him. Let's see, a rapier and a CC guard earring, cooldown. We'll check it out later. Let's do more raids. Let's see how Stu's raid's going. Oh, sweet. Somebody came in there and guaranteed him first place. That's the way to do it. This level 8 raid, man. Maybe I'll just like throw at a level 8 raid later on tonight. He opened it, which is 27,000. Okay. Let's start a raid. Level 6. Guilds and Friends. Battle plan. Let's do this. So these guys doing, it's their regular hits. They're doing a shitload of damage on their regular hits. Ooh, I don't want Alcon to die. Oh, wow, that healed big. Okay. Yeah, this rotation's working really well. $31,000. Are you kidding me? Yeah, wow. He hits way too hard. Okay, we did 300 again. 293, exactly the same.